Hey Dominique, really glad to do this interview with you and share your story with some of the other students. And as always, let's get started by having you share with us a little bit about your background and how you heard about Course Careers in the first place.
Absolutely. Well, one, thank you so much for having me. Super grateful to be here. A little bit about my background is I've done some B2C sales in the past. I've done a lot of customer facing roles or like customer service roles. I was an RA in college, where I kind of managed a house with 18 to 19 other women. And I do like one-on-ones and make sure everyone's comfortable, do room inspections, stuff like that. So I've never done anything like super sales heavy other than my background in B2C. Um, but something that I appreciate about B2B sales is that it really connected me more to the art and elegance that sales actually has within it. And what brought me to Course Careers is I actually spoke to one of my friends that is in tech, and she's been breaking into tech for a year and a half. And she was giving me advice about how like I could scale my income and really do what I love while doing a career. So while doing a career from home remotely. So I was like, okay, that'd be cool. So I did a little bit more research. She had like this whole Google Doc sheet, broke it down, showed me who to go to. And then I found Cyrus. And through Cyrus, I found Course Careers. It was super affordable. Out of all the other tech boot camps that I saw, I watched the success stories of the other students, and I was like, I definitely could see myself doing this. And yeah, so that's kind of like how I found Course Careers. I was like, what other income can I get into and scale? What other career could I get into and scale my income at a great rate? So
I see. Okay, so you're looking for like a main career that you can pursue that was flexible and allowed you to work remote and ultimately lead to a good career path, while you're working on your side hustle or your passion. Is that right?
yes. Yeah, I definitely wanted both. I don't believe in the starving artist role. That is not me. I don't subscribe. And I have a small history of sales, but not a large one. And I enjoy it. And this seemed like a beautiful program. So I was like, why not? And it allows me to do what I love on my lunch break and after work. I'm not burnt out or exhausted because I'm not driving over 45 minutes to work. I used to commute. So, yeah.
Wow. Yeah. So the reason you chose tech sales then is because you wanted to be in technology and love where the tech field is going. And then you also had a background in sales and enjoyed talking with people. So you put the two together, found Course Careers, and then it seemed like the perfect fit. Does that sound about right?
Yes, absolutely.
Awesome. Okay, so you find Course Careers and you go through the introduction course and watch some of the other student stories, kind of like probably what people are watching right now. And
Yeah.
then you decided to take the plunge, enroll, and start your journey to starting a career in tech sales. Can you take us through the learning journey that you went through? So, for example, how long did it take you to finish the course? Was the material difficult or challenging?
Yeah. So the learning experience was pretty straightforward. I love how everything is laid out. It's self-paced, which I enjoyed because, like I said, my 9 to 5 and commuting to work, I don't think there was a way that I could have committed to like live classes or anything like that. I needed something that was on demand. So that was perfect. And everything was very well broken down from the reading material, like to the mindset, to even the outreach after you apply. Like everything is given to you in the course, and that's pretty much what I followed. I didn't go outside the rule book that you gave us, the playbook. I did not go outside of it. I followed everything, and it was beautiful. I was able to finish it in 2 months. I would have definitely finished it sooner, but life happens. But then I got myself back together. I was like, Dom, we gotta upgrade our career. What better way to do it than in tech? I saw so many individuals breaking into it. So yeah, I absolutely loved it. I was able to land a job in 2 weeks after like I started applying. So,
Yeah, that's what
well,
I
an
love to
internship.
hear. Exactly, but I mean, there's so many opportunities once you start an internship. It really opens up the door. So you go through the course, and are you going through it part-time or full-time?
So I did it part-time, because I could only really do it on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday with my schedule. So that's what I ended up doing. I did like 3 or 4 hours, or sometimes I just did as long as I could go. I was like, if I have the energy to do it, I'm just gonna do it. So yeah.
For
And
sure.
the reading was really simple. I read the books, but I also listened to the audio like on the way to work, just so that I could make sure that I was taking in all the information.
Hmm. And did you know anything about technology sales before enrolling in the course?
No, I really only so I fun story, guys. I literally called Troy like freaking out a week into the course. I was like, I don't know, if this is for me because of my past with sales, but I only understood B2C and not B2B, which is business to business sales, um, and technology sales all in one. So no, I didn't know anything about it beforehand. It was really like a new thing diving into it, but man, it's like I'm really happy with what I'm doing right now. So
Yeah, I remember you called me and you're a little bit concerned because your B2B experience, some of it was like working for like an MLM. Is that right?
yeah, so it was yeah, it was B2C and it was all commission based, and that can be very stressful sometimes. I'm somebody who needs a foundation, a base pay, and then plus commission so that I can, feel secure in what I'm doing as well. Because I feel like
Hmm.
when the company invests in you, they know that you're going to be successful off rip because they're investing in you a base pay. So I feel like that's their investment in me, and then I'm investing in them by continuing to put in that work because they believe in me. So I really like this. Yeah.
Exactly, exactly. And would you say that so far your experience in learning B2B sales and then starting your new job, it's been quite a bit different than your experience in the past with business to consumer sales?
Yeah, it's very different because the businesses know that there's something that needs to be fixed, or like there's a solution that you're bringing to them, and they already most oftentimes have a budget for it. So you're meeting a need over like a convenience. It's something that will literally make them more money. So yeah, it's a lot different. I feel less nervous when it comes to the idea of like making calls and doing outreach because people are literally expecting you to, help them make their business better. So yeah,
Exactly, exactly. That's what a lot of people worry about is they feel like it's going to be some sort of really high pressured sales, like a used car salesman. But in reality, business to business sales is these people want you to call them and meet with them and figure out ways you can help their business. And B2B, I mean, your software company, their product is built to solve other companies' problems. So it's really a win-win scenario for everyone. And you as the salesperson, you win when you help another business save money, make money, and then ultimately you get paid for it, right? So it's
absolutely.
pretty good deal all around. So let's go through the journey after you finish the course. So you finish in about 2 months. How many companies did you interview with? And can you tell us about the company that you decided to go with?
Yes. So the process after was really interesting because I got laid off of my actual 9 to 5. So I had to find a job, an internship, something quick. So it was a lot of, instead of going to work, I woke up and I went to coffee shops and I worked from 9 to 5, doing researches on companies, making sure that I was picking the right one that would be a good fit for me. I only applied to 13 companies because after applying to 10, I got offers for 5 interviews, right? So they messaged me for 5 interviews. So I said, okay, I need to take a break and I need to do these interviews real quick before I apply to other places. And I followed the full outreach. So I took the email templates that you have for us and I plugged in personalization after doing research. And that is literally in 3 out of the 5 interviews, they were like, yeah, like I wanted to give you a chance. I didn't look at your, resume. I saw your email first and I was like, I'm going to give her an interview. So I was like, okay, cool. Um, I ended up doing 3 interviews for different companies, one of them being the company that I'm with right now. And I got to the last stage in one of the interviews for the other company, but I had already gotten an offer from StreamSets Inc. So I was like, that was my first choice. It's like, I'm going to go ahead and go with that. Yes, I had an interview with Logan where we sat down. It was informal. Really him just getting to know me a little bit better, see if I'd be a good fit, looking at my behavior during the call, like, okay, does she seem like, she'd be able to pick up a phone and make a cold call? Like, does she seem
Yeah.
personable? Um, and then my next interview was with Sean, who is like right above Logan, and
Mhm.
that one was a lot more formal. A lot more of the questions that were on the cheat sheet that you give us. So that was great. I felt very prepared. Um, yeah, and then after that, I ended the interview and I was like, so like he asked me, like how high am I on your list out of like the places you've been
Mhm.
applying for? I was like, you guys are my first choice. How high am I on your list? And he was like, that's a good question. And then about 2 days later, because Logan was in London for a business trip, they
Mhm.
gave me an offer letter. So I was like, yeah. And then I messaged you and you helped me politely be like, okay, yeah, so just tell them thank you for your time, like close it out that way. And
Yeah.
so yes, and a little bit about StreamSets Inc. is that they are a data integration company. So what they do is they make sure that big data gets from the source to the user without a lot of data pollution or what they call data drift. And that is the most that I could tell you about it right now when it comes to data and StreamSets.
Wow, I love to hear it. So you followed the process exactly the way I teach it in the course. You only have to apply to 10 companies, get 5 companies wanting to interview you, and then ultimately, very quickly, get a job offer from StreamSets and then another company in the final round of interviews, right?
Yes.
Awesome. Wow, that's truly incredible. And StreamSets, one of our partner companies, they're a really great company, and I love that you chose a more technical company too with a more difficult product because not many people can sell it. So it's like you become crazy valuable if you can learn how to sell this product that really no other salesperson wants to learn how to sell.
It drew me in the most because I was like, I want to learn about what this is. Like the detail was
Yeah.
like, it's a very complex technical product. I was like, I'm up for the challenge. Let's see if they message me back. So, yeah.
Awesome. I love to hear it. And is there any piece of advice you would give to others thinking about enrolling but haven't yet?
Yeah, take the bet on yourself. Something I always tell myself is like, if you have the money to invest in yourself and take this course, definitely do it because it is an investment because you'll literally probably make the money back in your first paycheck, right? And also, it's just a smart decision because why not invest into something that's going to make you even more income than like buying something that's not really going to do anything for you. So, and then my next thing would be follow the playbook. Don't go outside of it. Don't mass apply to 100 places without any personalization. It's not going to get you anywhere. I promise you that. So, yeah.
Awesome. Love to hear it. And Dominique, where do you see yourself going over the next 5 years now that you're starting your career in tech?
Yeah, so one of the main reasons that I picked StreamSets during the interview process with Logan is that he mentioned that there is not only vertical what is the word I'm looking for? Like vertical growth, but there's also room for
Mhm.
horizontal growth, right? And he also mentioned that during the interview process, he would let me see all parts. So, like, I'm going to get an insight in what the data engineers do, the marketing team, everything. And that's something that I really value because they want what's best for you. I definitely see myself growing and either going vertically with the sales route or maybe, I don't know, going into even more of the technical side because I really wanted to challenge myself and just do something different and outside of the norm. So, yeah, maybe going the hopefully being like an AE or maybe doing a leadership role because I love that, Logan was in the position to take me under his wing and give me this
Mhm.
mentorship that I'm having right now. And I really believe in paying it forward to others. So, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And do you think your life over the next year is going to be much different than it was last year?
Oh, absolutely. If the income difference, it's just the quality of life increases regardless of what anyone says. Like literally your quality of life increases when you're not worried about certain things or certain bills or whatever the aspect may be. And then also being a part of a company that cares about you and cares about wellness. Like they have wellness Fridays, like 1 month one day out of the month, like you can have a free day and just go do whatever you want and they want you to go have fun. And I'm like, that's beautiful. So, yeah.
Incredible. Well, thanks again for doing this interview and sharing your story. And I really hope a ton of other students get value from it. and then also give them the confidence to start their own career in tech sales. Thanks again.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for your time. Grateful for it.